All right, the latest live from Hempstead, New York. Now our political insiders join us. Tony May, the Democratic strategist, and Charlie Giroux, the Republican strategist, joining us, of course, as they always do on a big political night.
Absolutely. We want to get your take on tonight's debate. A lot of folks saying that both candidates were very strong in their comments to the audience, but it was their comments to one another that seems to be the talk of the night. Let's roll a clip. They're talking about pensions here. We're going to take a look at this.
Mr. President, have you looked at your pension? Have you looked at your pension?
All right, well, they seem to go at it, and I want to get your take on that. We haven't seen that in debates,
right,
where each candidate goes at each other in this town hall style.
A lot of limited space tonight, and as predicted at 6 o'clock this evening, President Obama had his gulp of Red Bull before he came out tonight. He was ready to go.
As you predicted.
But Mitt Romney systematically debunked the Obama myth and laid out the failures of the past 4 years, and I think that is what turns swing voters tonight.
I think Charlie wrote that earlier today, so he was going to say that no matter how the debate turned out. Yes, the president did drink his Red Bull. One of the things that happened was that Mr. Romney went too far in giving details about his harebrained tax reduction scheme, and it was clear to everybody in that room that the numbers didn't add up.
Oh, and that Romney couldn't be specific about it,
yeah,
at the very least. We tried to run this clip on pensions. Let's run the whole thing for you guys, just talking about how they faced off with each other.
Mr. President, have you looked at your pension? Have you looked at your pension?
I've got to say.
Mr. President, have you looked at your pension?
You know, I don't look at my pension. It's not as big as yours, so it doesn't take as long.
Let me give you some. Let me give you some advice.
I don't check it that often.
Let me give you some advice. Look at your pension. You also have investments in Chinese companies. You also have investments outside the United States.
Look at the body language.
It was, and this was
Romney
not the only
pointing at him.
exchange like this. They seemed to go at it several times, making it more of a one-on-one with each other versus the town hall answering questions.
That was clearly Romney's doing, though. Romney thought he was Hulk Hogan, and this looked like Worldwide Wrestling Federation, and I think that that's turning a lot of voters off.
What do you say?
But Charlie, the last thing you'd want to do in his position, in Romney's position, is point out how wealthy you are.
Well, clearly tonight the debate was once again both campaigns bringing out their core messages, and the Obama campaign message from the very get-go has been a message of class warfare, and tonight it was on full display. It not only didn't move people in that hall, it clearly didn't move people at home. And if you notice the tenor of the questions being asked by an undecided audience, they were decidedly pointed towards the failure of the Obama administrations over the past 4 years to do anything about this economy. The economy has not improved under President Obama. The record of his failure is ultimately his undoing in this debate, style points aside. I mean, I think tonight Mitt Romney did a terrific job, particularly when he was defining not only the problems of this administration, but his clear path to put America back to work and the country's economy back on track.
Now, the thing that did happen tonight was there were several occasions where Romney's flip-flopping was demonstrated by himself, not by the president necessarily pointing it out. It's clear that he's flip-flopped on gun control. He signed legislation limiting assault weapons. Now he says he's for it. Immigration, he looked like he was very confused on what he really does believe about immigration. On the issue of jobs from China. The reason why jobs are going to China is they don't pay people very much money there. Romney's a businessman. He should know that. He seemed ignorant of that fact.
Tony, maybe you missed the part where he was about as crystal clear as could be that he wants to go after China as currency manipulators.
It's not the currency, it's the job, it's the hourly wages,
and
Charlie.
The reason the hourly wages, Tony, if you know economics, is because of the currency manipulation. And the last president, by the way...
No, they're being paid low wages in renminbi, not in dollars.
That's because of the currency. Tony,
no, it's not. These people are kept in poverty by their government.
And the last president...
And they're buying Apple products that are made there
that went after China on this particular issue was Bill Clinton, not another Republican, but Bill Clinton back in the mid-1990s. It worked then. It's a position that should be taken now. Governor Romney is exactly right. One thing that you did hear tonight that you've never heard in a presidential debate before, by the way, is the term gangbanger.
That is true. We'll definitely give you that one.
We're out of time completely. Score President Obama 1 to 10.
8.
And Romney.
9. And quite bluntly, I think it is a tie. The tie goes to the runner. The Romney campaign maintains its momentum. Big plus.
New polls out tomorrow.
9,
we're going to see.
Said 10?
Maybe, just maybe.
Thanks, guys. And you can catch our political insiders on Tuesday here on CBS 21 News at 5:30.